Shabbat shalom. Good to see each and every one that is here. May y'all watch over and lead and guide and protect each and every one of us. Also, I want to take this time to welcome in all our listeners, those that's in Israel, those that's in Canada. Come one, come all, let us build our future upon the foundation of peace and love. Shalom ve'ahava. And upon these two principles, when we as a people, our nation, or what, mankind as a whole, learn how to live under those two, then are we ready for Yah's kingdom. Therefore, we have something to get working at. We have something to do, because it is obviously that the way the world is going is not heading in that direction. Also, during this particular time of the season, during this month of Elul, we greet with our famous inscription. This is of this season, remind us of the importance of. See? She not have to have someone coming out to personally critique you and all those things there. God wants us to be able to do that ourselves. See? And then if we are you're pleased with who we are, fine, maintain, stay ready. And if you ain't, do something about it. See? As I keep telling folks, it's not the criminal part of us discovering that we ain't up to par. The criminal part is not doing anything about it.
Amen. Amen.
You see, when we find out. So let us do those things that it might be well with us. Okay, so let's get our tally totals. Yes, you are our God, King of the universe. We are sanctified by our command. As the rest of stand, you should be near a songbook at this particular time, or a piece of paper that have page 350 on it, or in your folders there. Women are 19 and up, men are 19 and up, youth is 12 to 18, and all is all who can read. I will say unto me, let us to the house of Yah. Women,
Calm my spirit, Yah. Stop the churning inside of me, caused by the rush of getting everyone fed and here on time. Quiet my confusion, Yah, and all the things getting here. I need the effort. I really do need you. Yah, speak to me in the quietness.
in his gates with thanksgiving and into his courts with praise. Be thankful unto him and bless his name, for the Lord is good. Men, I am thankful, Yah, for what we have. But this week has been so hectic, and it seems that no matter how hard I work or how well I plan, there's always something I didn't plan on, and there isn't enough time to go around. Forgive me, Yah, for letting worry get in the way of my gladness. Coming for Yah is my shepherd, I shall not want. He made me to lie down in green pastures. He restores my soul. All.
Restore my soul, O Yah,
And spirit within me. Make me to hear joy and gladness, that the bones that you have broken may rejoice. Cast me not away from your presence, and take not your Holy Spirit from me. Restore to me the joy of your salvation, and uphold me with your free spirit. Hallelujah.
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 And you now turn to face the Holy City in this direction here. Opening to Philo, opening prayer, Kohen Baraka, and the Shema in Hebrew. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam, blessed are you, Lord our God, King and ruler of the universe. Heavenly Father, we come here today. Thank you for health and strength. Thank you for each and every one that is here. And will lead, guide, and protect. Ask a special blessing upon those who are sick among us and not able to be here, whose mind is turned this way, but their bodies are not up to power. We ask that you would touch their bodies, touch their minds, and give us that healing that is needed, that we might come and glory in your presence. And we pray for those whose mind is in the valley of decision. We ask that you would aid them and give them what is needed, that they too might make the right decision. And we just want to be the people that show forth your saving help. Therefore, that we ask you to bless us and to heal our bodies, whether it is physical healing, or whether it is spiritual healing, or whether it is physical healing. And if we're in need of both of them, we know nothing is impossible with you. Therefore, we look unto you for those things, that we might be the people that can go forth. We also ask that you would bless those that's in Israel, bless their leaders, bless our sisters and brothers there, give them safe, give them also safety as well during this time of trouble. We pray for the peace of Jerusalem. We ask that you will watch over her and continue to bless her, as you have said in your word, that you will extend peace to her. And help us that we might not faint and give up on those hopes. Even though the enemy is prevailing and going forth, we know that their time is short, and they're not going to let them go forever. We ask that you would, we thank you for sending your son.
Thank you.
Thank you for the fact that he did not faint, didn't give up on us, but went all the way.
Thank you.
And that came forth to be our example,
yes,
that we might have a way, the truth, and the life.
Yes, yes.
And therefore, those that treasure those things and put forth that effort, you have laid forth your plan in order for all those that want to be with you.
Yes, yes.
We have the opportunity, and you have laid the pattern and made it easy. And we just have to make up our minds to do those things which you want me to do. We also ask you to bless my mouth, bless our ears, those things which you said will be what you want me to say, that we might add to our knowledge, and be not amongst the people that perish for lack of knowledge. Continue to bless. We go further in the service. All these blessings I ask in thy son's name, Yeshua Mashiach, the man whose name is the branch. Amen.
Amen.
At this particular time, you should be near a Bible, preferably the complete Jewish Bible, for our Kohen Baraka, which is found on page 153.
Page 4 in your folder.
Page 4 in your folders. I will read the 23rd verse, then you read, of course, the 24th through the 27th together. Speak to Aaron and his sons, and tell them that this is how you are to bless the people of Israel. You are to say unto them all together, Yivarekah Adonai v'yish Elecha and v'yish. May Adonai lift up his face toward you and give you peace. In this way, they have to put my name on the people of Israel, so that I will bless them. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
As you join with the Shema in the Hebrew. Shema Yisrael Adonai Eloheinu Adonai Echad Baruch Shem Kevod Baruch Leolam get your Bibles and turn to page 204 in the complete, which is Deuteronomy, the chapter 4 through the 9th verse will be what we'll be reading. The first two verses, 4 and 5, is what we said in the Hebrew, or the Hebrew. Shema, Yisrael, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad. Hear Israel, Adonai God, Adonai is one, and you're the Lord Adonai your God, with all your heart, all your being, and all your resources. These words which I'm ordering you today are to be on your heart, and you're to teach them carefully to your little lie down. Tie them on your hand as a sign. Put them in front of the head and around your forehead, and write them on the door frames of your house. Page 1279 in the complete, concerning the same subject. One of the Torah teachers came up and heard you engage in this discussion, seeing that Yeshua answered the well, which is the most important of all. And Yeshua answered, the most important is Shema, Adonai, Eloheinu, Adonai, Echad. Hear, O Israel, the Lord our God, the Lord is one, and you are the Lord Adonai your God, with all your heart, with all your soul, with all your understanding, and with all your strength. The second is this: you are to love your neighbor as yourself. There is no greater mitzvah greater than these. Hallelujah. 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 Okay, you turn around. You should be ready to receive the song this particular time. If not, so we'll get you one. It's going to be our theme song during these 40 days. Bring your hearts and not your garments.
Is there anyone else need one? You still look at you, Doctor.
Day will come when we will gather around the great white throne. Some say signs and wonders we have known. But he will say, till I speak through the prophets and my bring your heart and mind to God. Again unto the Lord, your sin may be as garden. But he has white as snow. Bring your heart and cry aloud. Let your voice be heard. Call on his name, and he said, you are those who wonder why God don't take a cry. Don't like you, God who like you say. The scripture is so simple if we follow and obey. Until we see Messiah's blood, be the only way. Bring your heart and not your God. Turn unto the Lord, your sin may be as scarlet, but be as white as snow. Lift your heart out, let your voice be heard. Only call on his name, he'll be saved. Only call on his name, he'll be saved. is on high. God will His Spirit out upon the land. The heart is really ready for all those who pray. If you want the Spirit's power, just as the say, bring your heart and mind strong. Turn again unto the Lord. You will see that He has God. But be as fire as snow. Turn your heart and fire light. Let your voice be heard. Those who call on His name will be saved. Those who call on His name will be saved.
Hallelujah. It is for our good, see, that we do those things. Because we are so easily fooled. And it's because we have an enemy out there that's clever. And we are up on it, keeping vigilant, diligent, and determined. Hey, he can seduce you. But he can't if we follow all the rules and regulations that the master has set in place for us, and have proven out to be sufficient. And all we need to do is get it done. And it starts out by who we got to serve. So many people and so many gods and so many, there's so much stuff nowadays. On the internet, man, and you just decide that just go on the radio or television. You got high. It's kind of bad. It really is bad. And if you don't have some solid thing there, hey, you'll be swept away with that kind of stuff. And now that it made it easy, Carlton Pearson made it real easy in his group of folks.
Oh, yeah.
He said everybody's going to be saved. Even the devil. Yeah. So, man, hey, you ain't got nothing to do. Just lay down here. Oh, man, hey, that's a big religion that's taught. A lot of folks believe that because we're lazy.
Yeah. You're on stage.
We want the easy way out. You don't want nobody to tell us what we can't do it at all. You just messed up them. You didn't tell us what we can't do it. I was saying, yeah. Tell me what I want to do, I look over there and I see Charlie, and hey, I want to hook up with Charlie. Hey, ain't none of your business. Or you want to look over there and see Susie? We all God's creatures and everything, look a little different way and everything. God's going to save us all because He loves us all His children. Yep. I thought He said children. Well, I did, hey. People make their choices, and we live by the consequences. If you want to choose that and go the way, hey. That's why I tell young men, if you want to go out there and throw your life away and do it all again and have a good time and live high and everything there. Hey, on out there and do it. Yeah. But man, they got so much stuff, dangerous stuff out there now. Stuff that hey, won't turn you loose.
Your life is short.
It's a dangerous world out there, but yet still, we go to Psalm 68:4, and it tells us, then they all along, sing to God, to his name, extol him who rides on the clouds, by his name Yah, who we have upon our banner truth here, YH Yah. Okay? And be glad in his presence. And been looking at in his presence. You know, it's going to take an effort for you to be glad in his presence. It's going to take an effort. Because when you enter into his presence, it's not going to be like the world and like what we normally used to be in. We was talking about that last night. Come knowledge, come discipline. Then you have decisions you make. Then your conscience start bothering you. And like I said that last night when we were in discussion, you know, hey, before I knew about the meat, unclean food, man, I was tearing up some unclean stuff. My conscience didn't bother me.
Right.
Didn't bother me not one bit. Rejoicing, oh man, yeah, I love that. Go fishing, boy. I'm trying to catch your catfish, and everything there. Hey, conscience didn't bother me. My conscience didn't start bothering me until I got some knowledge.
That's it.
Somebody started telling me, man, don't you know you ain't supposed to be eating that catfish? What? Everybody doing it. Yeah, man, you better get away from me and talk about it. It didn't even bother me until I accepted the fact that what he told me was true.
That's right. That's right.
Long as I tell me, you know what you're talking about. That, you know, I don't want to hear that stuff. My conscience still didn't bother me about it. But until I accepted the fact that, man, it's right. Yeah, it is right there. Then my conscience started weighing me out about that. Y'all have placed certain things in us to trigger us and all to help us to shiver. See? And therefore, let's treasure those things. So, and that's what I said about being glad in his presence. Like one guy came here and all that, and he wasn't so glad after he came here. He said, "Man," he said, "I come here and found out some stuff here. I can't sing right. I can't eat right. I can't talk right." Yeah. What in the world can I do? Then I found out I ain't even praying right. No, it wasn't just the first time he get it. He had been coming here for a little while. And see, before all this set in. See, you can come in until that, but then all this stuff, when all that stuff really set in and kicked in, you know, because elementary on bed. What can I do then? Man,
What really set him off? His little grandson was sitting up there eating some pork skins. And everybody could see. You know how everybody feels. Yeah. Everybody feels stolen by good. Yeah.
you know how the pork skins
Yeah.
sound you eat them, but in your pocket. Yeah. What's going on? What is that? All my grandson, he's hungry there, so I bought some of these skins there. And kind of let it. He like eating that. Boy, that's the wrong word to say. You ain't gonna be glad, and you ain't gonna be glad in the present no more. 'Cause, hey, that got to go.
Yeah.
Get that stuff out of here. But, you know, it's something how people do, and they how it is, and just like I said, a friend of mine, it wasn't bothering him at all, and he was tearing up the pork and beans. He was bragging to us about it. So his conscience wasn't bothering him or nothing about it. I love the pork and beans. Then we start telling him, you can't eat that. Oh, fella, now don't start doing it. Man, I love the beans. Now what's wrong with the beans? Yeah. Right. And it took a little. We tried to tell him, and it took a little while. So we finally went and got the can. Me and Mom would get the can. So read that. Read it. Oh,
It dawned on him. It say pork and beans.
Right. Then it finally dawned on him. Then his country ate him up. Oh man, fuck. Oh.
And back there do me same way. We'd be driving, and I light up me a cigarette. He'd be sitting in the middle, and the big one would be sitting on the other side. He'd reach over there and pull it out. Boy, you don't need that. Put it out my mouth. Put it out.
Yep.
I let him do it. And he was right. I sure didn't need it.
Yeah. But until it really, and just like you said, until it really dawned on you about it, your conscience really didn't bother you that much.
No, it didn't bother me that much.
And even though he would do all that there to him, but he said that went over there and the lady glorified him. Oh, found out he smoked. Oh, you're a smoker too. And then it hit.
That did. Watch quick.
Right.
You're not supposed to be right.
Therefore, let us learn to be correctable. Then we will start learning how to be glad in his presence. Because we're going to get some corrections. Because we've been inundated with the wrong stuff. Okay? And therefore, that's why a lot of folks don't want to come in. And a lot of folks certainly can't enjoy being glad in his presence. See? Because of that. But it's for our good. Who is this guy we're talking about? The 8th verse says, earthquake and rain poured from the sky at the presence of God. Even Sinai shook at the presence of God. The God of Israel. And if your God is not the God of Israel, you are worshiping and serving a false and idol God, and you will perish with your gods. And woe unto them, see, out there on their own, think that they just do whatever they want to do and they're all right. You sure don't have a chance. Because if you think that you got a chance against a Satan, you got another thing coming. See? A being was there when God was forming man, making man and everything.
Right.
Yeah. And then you think you got a chance with him? Don't fool yourself. We was kind of making an analogy that the other night. That we said that's just like taking your 3-year-old kid out there and sending out there against an 18-year-old. Who you think gonna win? You don't know, but my baby can fight. That's right. Let me tell you something. Hard as he can, just sit out there and stick his chin out there to hit it, and you still won't hurt it. See? He ain't strong enough. He ain't mature enough. I mean, you just say, hey, don't do your best shot. Hit me with your best shot. I seen a fight that I remember seeing a fight that where two guys were fighting him, man. Boy, this one guy y'all off, and boy, I mean, he draw back, boy, and he gave me his best shot. The guy kind of shook a little bit and said, "Man, is that all you got?" What time you think it is? That's right, Jack. It's got to be that joke alone.
Yeah.
You hit him with your best. He just kind of shook his head a little taste and said, "Man, and it's on now."
No. There it is. The foot race.
Yeah, you ain't kidding.
I see. He can fight. Let's see if he can run.
And it's just the opposite. This guy was a big kind of burly guy, and the little guy he was a little small guy. And so you have to evaluate the situation now. And I'm here to tell you, mankind on his own is no match for the evil spirit,
Right.
for Satan. See? But with our big brother and him following, hey, that works. I had to use that one time, boy, and that sure helped out too. And because that joker, boy, he was bugging me all the time, man. He was all the time kicking on me because I was small. So, finally, he messed around there, messed with my big cousin. Mm-hmm. Hey, so all I had to tell him, I said, "Hey, look, you get to get my cousin on." Tell my big cousin on you. Hi, man. Hey. But he didn't want to fight him, you know. He kept telling the guy, "Man, I don't want to fight you, man." You know? And so see, this is why you got to be very careful, because other folks, you know, I tell him that too, and the reason why I didn't want to fight because I was scared. Honestly, yeah. See, but Miles wasn't scared, you know. Miles just didn't want to fight him. See? And so he just thinking, see, that's why you get the wrong concept. He was a big bully, you know. He bullied.
He took it the wrong way.
Huh?
He took it the wrong way.
Yeah, right. See, when I told him, man, I don't want to fight you and everything, and worry about me. Once you grab one, you know, bam! Body slammed him. I think he did it twice here, because I think the first time he thought it was he saw like Japan.
Yeah.
Saw like Japan. When
Yeah.
they dropped that first time and body slammed him, he thought that was just kind of, he wasn't ready. Yeah, right, caught him. And I think we all kind of that until he went to get him again, boy. I just told too much power for it. Body slam, hey, he left him on.
You remember something he had to do.
These made no friends with mine.
We became good friends.
I guess so. Stop all this fighting.
Yeah.
I didn't want to get kicked out of school.
Right.
Stop all this fighting.
Let's get along.
Yeah. I think we need to be friends.
Yeah, we stick together.
So if people can do that, how much more should we be able to do that with our God? because he's a bad boy. Okay? And it's best to be on his side than to be against him. And he's the God of Israel. And the nations and the world is going to find that out, who want to be best for us. But in anything else you got to do, there are things that you got to do to get that done. Okay? You had to swallow his pride and say, hey, and we're going to be friends. You know, yeah, that's right. And so we see here in Isaiah 43, see, God tells us some things here, you know, that's required, you know, to prove whether or not, you know, you're worthy of those things. You are my witness, this is through 12. You are my witness, says Adonai, and my servants whom I have chosen. Who you dealing with? Gods and people that you got to listen to and hearken to? No, just me, one. If you got to deal with them all and all that there, hey, I'm backing out and let you have them. Until you learn the lesson in. No God was reduced before me, nor will any be after me. Yes, I am Adonai. Besides me, there is no deliverer. I have declared and saved and proclaimed, not some alien God among you. God said, I did all these things to let you know who I am and what I expect. And if that's not good enough for you, you're on your own. Therefore, you are my witness, says Adonai. I am God. Me alone. And if I'm not good enough for you, if that's not good enough for you, then hey, you're on your own. In bad shape. A lot of folks that way though. Tough. But nevertheless, the time will come when it'll prove out. Isaiah 44, 6-8. Thus says Adonai, Israel's king and redeemer, Adonai Zebaoth. I am the first and I am the last. Besides me, there is no God. And I thought about that for a long time when he said he's the first king and he's the last one. I said, I mean, you know, generally, a king, he stays in power until he dies. Or someone come and overthrow him, and usually whenever they overthrow the king and everything, they kill the king anyway. They kill the king and his family. You got to see, family of the king got in trouble too, because they didn't want no relatives of coming back trying to bring some opposition against them. Yeah, right. Right.
Yeah, they do that in the elections in Africa, a lot of countries. If you lose the election, they round your whole campaign up. Just in case they want to talk to you later.
No.
To lock you up.
Yeah.
Yeah, you lose everything when you lose the election.
Yeah. So it's best to be on the right king's side.
Yeah.
So he said, I'm the first and I'm the last. Beside me, there is no God. Who is like me? Let him speak out. Let him show me clearly what has been happening. Since I said it to eternal people, I like that name. I like that eternal people. He says here, let him foretell future signs and events. Don't be frightened. Don't be afraid. Didn't I tell you this long ago? I foretold it, and you are my witnesses. Is there any God besides me? Israel, is there any God besides our God?
No, I know not any.
Israel, is there any God besides our God?
No, I know not any.
It said, is there any God? None. What the other gods and stuff? See, messed up, in trouble. See, our God is going to get rid of all these strange gods. Because after all, he's the one that created them. About those things there. You go to John 5:30. People still don't believe it. I can't do a thing on my own. What kind of God is that? I should like them statue gods that they got. You got to move around and zip around.
Right.
You can go anywhere.
Mhm.
Gods got ears and can't hear, got mouths and can't talk. I can't do a thing on my own. As I hear, I judge. And my judgment is right because I don't seek my own desire, but the desire of the one who sent me. Now, if the son couldn't say that there, how in the world we going to run around here and say the same? I do whatever I want. God said, those that do that is foolish.
Mhm.
We need to jump where we at. John 17. 25 and 26. Righteous Father, the world has not known you, but I have known you, and these people have known that you sent me. Ain't that something?
Mhm.
He was more concerned, and people now are more concerned about saying that he's God rather than what he was concerned about. I want the people to know that you sent me. Somebody's missing the point. See? Righteous Father, the world has not known you, but I have known you. And these people have known that you sent me. I made your name known to them. Not I made myself known to them saying that I'm God. I made your name known to them, and I will continue to make it known. So it wasn't just to stop being and that was it. He said, I'm going to continue this on. So that the love with which you have loved me may be in them, and I myself may be united with them. We can't be united with him and stuff if we don't believe that the Father sent him. Not that he's God, like these other folk around. Oh, you don't believe that he's God. No, he said, I sent him. Therefore, 28, because the Trinity calls him a lie. You heard me tell you, I am leaving, and I will come back to you. If you love me, you would have been glad that I'm going to the Father. Greater than I.
Mhm.
And the Trinity say, you're lying. He's not greater than you. See? Boy. You don't have, they got something to explain, ain't you? But blessed are we that come to that understanding and come to the truth of things, that it might be well with us on that end. All righty. We're going to have Sister LaShonda to come forth now with the banner intro. And our song will be With All My Heart.
Shalom. The inside of his glory, Psalm 64. Thou hast given a banner to them that fear thee, that it may be displayed because of the truth, Selah. This banner representing Jerusalem and her king, the man whose name is the branch. For Zion's sake will I not hold my peace, and for Jerusalem's sake I will not rest, until the righteousness thereof go forth as brightness, and the salvation that watchmen upon thy walls, O Jerusalem, which shall never hold their peace, day nor night. Yea, that make mention of the Lord, keep not silent. and give him no rest till he establish until he make Jerusalem a praise in the earth. Isaiah 6:1, 6 and 7. Isaiah 18:3. All ye inhabitants of the world and dwellers on the earth, see ye when he liveth upon it in Zion on the mountains, and when he bloweth a trumpet, hear ye.
All righty. Here's a political update. Some sincerity and some serious things are going forth, and well, I guess it's gonna totally be on their side.
Yeah.
Because let me tell you something. Trump don't play around. Trump, he don't play around. If you ain't in this corner, he'll fight you. Yeah. Ain't no playing around with him, hey. So,
You never had a full cabinet, is it?
no. They can't stay there long enough, man. Hey, you know.
Most one is asking. Yeah, they're acting like they cabinet members. They ain't really cabinet members.
But hey, first thing on the list here that I want to talk about in Israel, things are changing there, and polygamists was sentenced to prison in Israel.
And Israel,
In Israel,
come on.
that's right.
Well,
And so you might as well get used to that one wife, man, and hang in there with her. Hey, they
don't play that.
that in Israel, it's the law now and everything. That hey, they had been on the books for a while, but they had never did anything about it. You know, just kind of that every. But now the judge get a community service and everything there, and the courts come along with it. After that, and say no, that ain't good enough. Overrule that there and said no, he go to prison.
There you go. Hey, there you go.
What about all those when they got 5 wives and 7 wives already? They got.
They better start streamlining them down.
Wait a minute, what do you call it? Retro?
Yeah. See, it's been on the. You can read it there. It's been on the books for a while, you know, but they just, they just hadn't did anything about it, you know. But now they're doing something about it. Says,
Is the U.S. putting their stuff or what?
I don't know. It's a Israel law. You know? And so they put some teeth in it now. So if you think you'll go to the Israel line and have multiple wives and all that stuff there, now, yeah.
Yahweh did this to me to be. I just don't understand it. Why they want to make an example of somebody now, and for years, more than 30 years, they have people all around Israel.
Well, this is my guess because I'm reading in more cases now where a lot of women are coming forth saying that they're being abused by these marriages.
That's what it is. It's the abuse situation that's bringing that out.
And so now they just clamp down on all of it. You see,
I understand that.
and so now they shutting that off now. You know,
I'm saying they should, because when you're in a situation like that, you're gonna cater to one woman more you will the other. So that's automatic. Yeah.
Well.
So I'm saying, hey, ain't no sense in trying to have two.
Well, they better choose this one.
well, I tell them, hey, glory to you if you think you need 4 or 5 wives. I'm doing my best trying to keep a good one.
That's just the mind just messing them up.
Yeah.
All that lust going on in the mind.
Is that what it is?
I don't see how you work all that out.
Yeah, this is that.
Well, whatever it is, don't take it to Israel no more now. So things are changing. Not only that, but the political is changing too. Now this is the first year that they had to face something like this here. So Netanyahu didn't win.
Oh yeah.
He lost.
Yeah, he only got 31 seats. You know, I think just 2 more seats in there. But the big problem of it is, is that the next group of people that can tip the scales one way or the other for them to have a coalition government, they can't stand each other. They can't seem to get together. And that's the group, Betanu, Israel. They said that they will not go along with blue and white because they got the Arab League, the unity list, which has the Arabics in there, part of that seat there, and they say they will not sit there. With Netanyahu's in group. They say they won't join out. And not only that, but they don't want to face a criminal, and so because he's if he's proved and don't be indicted, but still that's way too long. So now Netanyahu came up with the idea of, like I said, this unity government, and this unity is where the 2 major ones, they unify together and they rotate leadership. But they can't get along with that now because one want to be first.
Oh.
Netanyahu want to continue on being it. Well, I just go for next 2 years, and then you can have it next after me. And Gantz is saying, no.
Yeah,
I want it, and then you can have it later on.
might change the laws.
And so they said, no. So
But see, whoever got more votes, she'll be the one to lead.
Go first. Yeah, that makes sense.
well, yeah, but Netanyahu ain't backing off of that. Netanyahu will say, hey, I got the prestige and I got the maturity and everything because I'm the one that's been in office. You ain't never been in office.
Flip a coin.
Well, no, you still gotta form a coalition. And if they don't be able to form a coalition and look like neither one can, and the only group that's out there is that Betanu group, that now whoever one that they join can do it, but they definitely don't want Netanyahu in there. And they said that they don't want the Arab League in there. Well, unfortunately, the Arab League is part of blue and white. That makes them come up with 57 seats. And the other, Netanyahu group, Likud, they got 55 seats. And that's all the groups together. But no one can come up with 61. And that's what you got to have to be one.
They were saying somebody might have another vote.
That's right. Now they're talking about a third.
Coalition.
Now they're talking about a third election.
They gotta do it over anyway. They don't ever come up with the 61.
Yep.
So is there a reason why they don't want Netanyahu in there? Something he do?
Yeah.
What did he do?
Him and his wife.
Plus, they don't like.
He received some gifts or something?
Yeah.
Okay.
Right.
Well, he said he didn't, so it's indictment, and it's got to go through the courts and all that, and so his income tax,
He ain't did yet.
he said, but he was on the audit, but he said I'm on the audit, and I can't give you the.
You got all the 4 years.
He just don't give it.
Yeah.
They've been what they call them, subpoenas now.
You got a lot of assets, man. It take a while.
Got a lot of what?
Yeah, right.
Assets, it take a while.
Yeah.
Yeah. Had a whole year.
He want you to know how much he's worth.
He ain't giving
It ain't worth a whole lot. That's what
What they doing with it, probably doing a lot of dirt with it too.
Yeah, a lot of the stuff like you connected to them.
So they asked me, I said, well, every stuff, I got all kind of assets and everything. It take a while. What you mean? How is it gonna take a while? You had to turn in the income tax for that year. All we want to do is see what it is. See, but we under audit, so as long as we under audit, you know,
Oh, yeah.
and we ain't gonna tell, yeah. And if we're in the next election, you're gonna be under the next 8 years, so the next 4 more years, so.
Somebody making a career out of audit than President Trump.
And so, those things, but here's the weird thing about it, they don't know what's gonna happen to the power. So now, they're afraid now that Netanyahu is gonna wag the tail. Y'all know what that is, don't you?
Yeah. Make a big problem out of nothing.
Yeah. In other words, he gonna get Israel into a war. And where he's a sitting president, you know, because they can't form a government, so his government's the last one. So he's gonna still be there.
Talking about 3 different countries last weekend.
Yep.
Yeah, he dropped some bombs on some people.
That's for Saudi and Israel.
Huh?
That's Saudi Israel.
Yeah, so Saudi and Israel got together and bombed Iran first. Then that's the reason why Iran retaliated.
That's why Iran hit Saudi Arabia?
Yeah.
I don't know about
They
that.
said the United States is keeping quiet on it.
Yeah,
They
but they,
hush.
America got a carrier group in the Mediterranean. They shot 30 missiles over that carrier group in the Iranian. America said, we ain't seen nothing. Say, how you keep them from blowing your ship up if you can't see all that stuff flying over your ship? Somebody lied.
I see nothing, I hear nothing.
They said, you know, they bombed that airstrip and it was 150 other people got killed.
Yeah, I remember that. Yeah, they did bomb.
Yeah.
But then they bombed out. They dropped all them cruise missiles and stuff in Saudi, and they said, "No, we ain't see that."
Yeah, they hit that oil. They hit that oil field there, and
They all refineries.
in Saudi Arabia, it cost them big money, man.
Yeah,
Yeah, and
but they flew over all them ships. And there's people on the ships there. All that radar was out for repair, I guess. And then the jets that cruise to make sure nobody don't come in within a certain distance of those aircraft carriers, they must have been asleep too.
yeah.
But they said it was a drone that they had that came
There
in.
was a bunch of them.
Yeah,
They
and
dropped
because
30 something.
wasn't that big,
But it was like 30 something of them.
you couldn't detect it.
No, it was like 30 something of 30 cruise missiles. Now they had drones that they picked the pieces up.
Yeah,
That piece is the size of a car.
cruise missiles too, low, but they were low flying cruise
Yeah,
missiles.
then they fly low and slow.
So they slow and slow, and so they wouldn't be detected and everything.
Yeah.
But Iran still is saying that we didn't do it.
Right.
He said the Houthis is the one that done it,
Right, but they
and the Yemenites is the one that did it. And he said, well, then they asked the guy. He said, well, how we got all your stuff here? All this is yours. He said, we sell to everybody.
Yeah. And they say a lot of that stuff is homemade. They made it in the garage.
Yeah. He said,
They put that together
That's
in
too
the garage.
sophisticated to make in the garage.
Yeah.
Too sophisticated.
Yeah,
Make
but
in the
a
garage.
lot of that was homemade. We didn't sell it to them like that configuration.
Homemade.
Modified.
that's outdated stuff that they got. You know, we sell it to them. You know, but then they made the boats here, and this is what made our tough president. You know, the top noise and everything there, tough man and everything there. He's talking about how Obama back and how Obama governed from behind. Y'all remember he did one? He said we got to be leading out. We ain't supposed to be from behind. Guess what? He went back and said, we're going to go back and check with the Saudis and see what they want to do about this. Wait a minute. You're supposed to be leading from the front, not the back.
So
Yeah,
it's back.
I think that Al Sharpton got him on that. They caught him on that. Al Sharpton raised him. Said, wait a minute. Now, you talked about that. And you doing the same. Worse than that there.
Worse. Wow.
Y'all know that. So now the thing of this, Iran put this up and said that any open attack on them will start a full outline war.
Yes, it will.
So guess what? The United States, they decided to put more sanctions on it.
Yeah, I know, it's gonna sanction them to death now. I thought he said it was already sanctioned to the max. What they gonna stop?
Well, now they said they're sanctioning the Iranian bank.
What?
Uh-huh.
The Iranian bank in Iran?
Uh-huh.
How you gonna sanction the bank in Iran?
Well, Sony won't be able to do nothing else. Sony won't be able to do nothing with the rest of the world. The bank, the
I
bank.
thought they'd already stopped them from doing anything with the rest of the world.
Well, no, it was just the Ayatollah.
Right, just the elite.
Yeah, just the elite.
What?
It was just the soldiers and the generals and all that, and the Ayatollah.
Yeah.
You know, anything. If he tried to pass a check or try to buy something or something, that would go. Now that the bank is being censored, that means there's the people and everybody now,
Yeah.
and all the businesses,
Them guys at the top, though, they wasn't losing no weight.
and they ain't gonna hurt them now either.
No, they ain't. They got their own planes and stuff.
But that's the only thing that's left for them to do is do. So he said Iran and do those things. He said it's gonna be on.
What do you got to lose? I mean, if you choke somebody and get them to the corner, I mean, if you keep on choking them, I'm gonna sit down here and let you keep choking me. I mean, you choke their bank, you choke my money. I can't feed my family now. I can't take care of my thing. Now I'm gonna have to come back.
No.
That's the way Iran would think. I mean, you keep on. We put too much problems on it. We should have left them what Obama had in place and leave it alone.
Yep,
That wasn't gonna work.
Yeah.
but he couldn't do that. He couldn't leave on. He already said before he went into bid. He said that was the worst. That was the worst deal of the century.
Yeah.
He said that he's gonna let that stand, and that's why he got out. Even though all of Europe and everybody else, all the other coalition groups that was with him, see, didn't want him to do it. He was still done it.
Yeah.
Now I heard Iran is just dropping the deal with the rest of the countries that
Yep.
wanted to keep it.
Yep.
Getting out of the deal with them too.
Now Iran is saying that, and so now he's in trouble. Now the United States is in trouble with the rest of the nation because they say that all you care about yourself and everything. You ain't worried about us because America's got oil. We got oil.
Yeah.
The Europeans ain't got it.
They can't go fracking.
That's right. And so they say, hey, we got to have this. So this tension is mounting up.
Right.
It's getting dangerous. And then, of course, the tariffs that he had with China and everything there. This is affecting your pocketbook.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But they're just about to cave in. They're ready to take one in the day now.
Yep.
We got them to the knees.
Oh yeah.
China went on about the business.
Well, one thing they had going against them, a big swine consumer.
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
Mm-hmm.
And so they had that African swine flu that went through there and killed up 1 million of them hogs and stuff there
Right.
in China. Yeah.
Oh, swine.
Yeah, and they need swine now.
Yeah, but they need a bunch of swine. I don't deal with the swine, man.
So they wanna deal with the United States and stuff and all that stuff there now. They kind of want to kind of back off a little taste on their decision.
Look what they're doing with lobster. America selling it to Canada. Canada is selling it to them.
Yeah, that's what they're doing.
Yeah.
They're buying it from us, and Canada say, hey, I'm not in it, but they're buying it from us and sending it over to China.
Yeah.
They're the one prospering.
Yeah.
Hey,
They're right.
and that's the problem with that situation there.
That's right.
When you do stuff like that.
You can't go around that.
Yeah. They got to give China a deal. I mean, they got to give Canada a deal. And then Canada get that profit. You know, they get making their money off China.
That's right.
But the Americans ain't. They just like keeping the lights on. Hey.
He said he's getting billions of dollars from them, but guess what? The billions of dollars come from your pocketbook, our pocketbook.
Yeah, they did.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, did y'all see this? The wall that he's building?
Yeah.
Yeah, the fence. Yeah.
Yeah, he trying to get the man to tell him about the electronics and the fence. Look, man, you sure you want to tell that security on the fence. We might not need to do that.
No, I'm telling you, buddy.
Said mountain climbers and the guys that do the climbing can't climb and stand anything. Yeah, man, they got that fence all of those things, yeah.
Mexico's tall.
They can't go over it, they go up.
Like this. So if you try to go in with a blowtorch to cut it and everything, then you can't do that there, cause
That's the fence above the ground.
right.
That's why
Oh, that's why you're telling me.
we,
But he gonna put it down under so far too. There, where you want to do some deep tunneling.
I think it'll be a mold go out there.
Well,
Might be a bunch of them flying over
they
there.
ain't never stopped them before.
But everybody was bragging about it. But one thing they said that shut the whole thing off, which is set off with everything, is he says, how much Mexico paying for this?
They're not really zero. We're not really sure right now. We have all the numbers.
How much Mexico paying for this?
You got ranches on the Mexican-American border. They probably will have a wall.
Oh, they'll declare what they call it, domain.
Even a domain.
Even though the domain get that.
No, well, I mean, I don't know. They never fenced it before.
Well, he said that he's winning that battle. That's why he got them guys in the them judges in the he got those special judges that he done had hired and got in the office and everything. So they all gonna go along with him.
Well, one thing I can't see that he cannot do. I mean, there's some places that borders that area. There's mountains and valleys and all those things. You can't put no fence there.
Well, let's watch and see our ranging. And God's kingdom is at the door.
Amen.
All right, we have a solo by Sister Sumlin. Ask her to come forth with our song.
Amen.
Amen.
Testing. 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 1, 2, 3. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. May you be inscribed in the book of life for a good year. I see my sister. Testing. I couldn't sleep all last night. There's so much on my mind, searching for that peace, but the peace I could not find. So then I kneel down to pray, praying, help me please. But then he said, you don't have to cry, 'cause I'll supply all your needs. Soon as I stop worrying, oh yeah, worrying how the story ends, then I let go. I let go and I let God. Let God have His. That's when things start happening. I stop looking at I let God. Let God have His way. There's so much going on, so find my way. You know, sometimes I struggle from day to day. I have to realize that it's not my battle, not my battle to fight. I have to know if I put it in your hands, everything will be alright. Ooh, as I stop worrying, then I let go, and I'll let go. Oh yes, that's when things start happening. Then I let go. Oh, I let him have it. Let go and let go. Let go and let go. Let go and let go. Let him have his way. My brother, let go. My sister, you can't handle it. Let go. Let go. And let God. Let him have his way. Let go. Let go. Let God. Let God. Let go. Let go. Let God. He can handle it. Yes, he can. With your tears in your eyes. Let God. He knows your heart. And he knows your wish. Let God. Let go. Stop worrying. Then I'll let go. I'll let go. Let him have his way. That's when things start happening. I'll stop looking back. I'll turn around, yes you will. When I stop looking back then, when I stop looking back then, soon as I stop worrying, oh, then I let go. I let go. Oh yeah. My body goes up my hands and I give it all to him. Then I let go and let God. Amen.
Said, hard to actually out. What I mean by that there, our forefathers said, help. We're going to do everything you say. Hey. And it didn't take long before they started complaining again. One time it only lasted a couple of days. Therefore, it might mean in there a situation comes that changes a whole lot of different things. Nevertheless, we're going to be the victors. Okay, we want you to get your Bibles now for our tea time. What is our tea time? Teshuvah time. This particular month in. And we're going to read Psalms, the 20th stand. A couple folks there that don't have to stand if they don't feel up to. Yes, that we expect to do those things here. Get your Bibles and turn to Psalms 27. We're gonna read that whole chapter. The second, we get to the last one there, the 14th, and we read it together.
So we don't do Psalm 133 no more?
Huh? Psalms 27.
Yeah.
Huh? No, we did that last. So we rotated. It's 27 this time. All righty. Everybody got it? Okay. Adonai is my light and salvation. Whom do I need to fear? Adonai is the stronghold of my life. Of whom should I be afraid?
When you Lord said me, to devour my flesh, my adversary is full. They stumble and
If an army encamps against me, my heart will not fear. If war breaks out against me, even then I will keep trusting.
Just one thing have I asked of God, only this one I seek, to live in the house of Adonai all the days of my life, to see the beauty of Adonai and visit in his temple.
For he will conceal me in his shelter on the day of trouble. He will hide me in the folds of his tent. He will set me high on a rock.
And my head will be lifted up above my surrounding foes. And I will offer in his tent sacrifices and shouts of joy. I will sing praises to Adonai.
Listen, Adonai, to my voice when I cry. Show favor to me and answer me.
My heart saith you, seek my face. Your face, Adonai, I will seek.
Do not hide your face from me. Don't turn your servant away in anger. You are my help. Don't abandon me. Don't leave me, God, my Savior.
Even though my father and mother have left me, Adonai
Enemies.
don't give me up to the winds of my foes, for false witnesses have risen against me. Also those who are grieved.
If I hadn't believed that I would see Adonai's goodness in the land of the living, altogether, put your hope in Adonai. Be strong and let your heart take courage. Yes, put your hope in Adonai. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
I should, when you standing there, I'm going to bow your heads for our Tanakh Baraka. Blessed are you, Lord our God, King of the universe. Unto our people. Okay, now you may be seated. Our Torah read for this week's Parashah will be taken from the book of Deuteronomy, Devarim, starting at the first verse through the 29th chapter and 8th verse. That is Deuteronomy 26:1 through the 29th chapter and 8th verse. Our Haftorah reading is taken from the book of Yeshayahu, Isaiah 60, 1 through 22. Our Haftorah reading is Isaiah 60, 1 through 22nd verse. This week's Parashah is Parashah 50, which is Ki Tavo, and it means when you enter. Our scripture reading will be taken from the Haftorah reading, which will be given by our Shemash. Let us give him our undivided attention as he read the word of Yah to us.
Dr. Law, may you be inscribed in the book of life for a good year.
Same unto you.
Our scripture reading will be taken from the book of Isaiah, the 60th chapter, starting at the 9th verse through the 15th verse. Isaiah the 60th chapter. The coastlands are putting their hope in me with the tyrants, ships in the lead to bring your children from far away, and with them their silver and gold, for the sake of Adonai your God, the Holy One of Israel, who glorifies you. Foreigners will rebuild your walls. Their kings will be at your service. For in my anger I struck you, but in my mercy I pity you. Your gates will always be open. They will not be shut by day nor by night, so that people can bring you the wealth of nations with their kings, lead in possession. For the nations of the or kingdoms that won't serve you will perish. Yes, those nations will be utterly destroyed. The glory of Lebanon will come to you, cypress together with elm trees and latches to beautify the site of my sanctuary. I will glorify the place where I stand. The children of your oppressors will come and bow low before you. All who despise you will fall at your feet, calling you the city of Adonai, Zion, the Holy One of Israel. In the past you were abandoned and hated, so that no one would even pass through you. But now I will make you the pride of the ages, a joy for many generations. May y'all have a special blessing for reading that.
Amen.
God, in dealing with the children of Israel, our forefathers, when he brought us out of the land of Egypt, the story is told over and over again, and each year and on each time, we find a new and understanding context and instances and events and experiences to help us to deal with our God and also with the reality of our own selves. God brought forth his children out of Egypt, hoping that they would glorify him. Remind you of anybody? Remind you of any of us? When we brought forth our children, well, we gloried in our children, all those things there, and we thought that, hey, they're going to have a better chance than I, and they're going to bring forth an honor, and they're going to step the ladder on up, and on. You have a general idea on those things there because some of, like my father and stuff there, he didn't finish school and everything there and all those things there. So, and his children, he wanted us to finish school and go to college and do those things there. And naturally, hey, I wanted that there for my children. I wanted them to step on up the ladder and do those things there and expect others to go on up and to do those things there. We always want that which is good. But nevertheless, dear folks, it do take some discipline for those things to take place. God had a glorious picture for Israel. But in that glorious picture that God had for us, there were restrictions. And let's face it, our children don't always follow after what we want. Guess what, dear folks? We the only one that had that problem. Y'all had that problem with his children. Our forefathers. God had good plans, good things for them. See? And sometimes our children get so bad and everything that we don't even want to call them our children. Like the problem man told me, he said, Dad, you don't want to come by and visit? You know what? He said, yeah, but make it a short visit. Because it's too dangerous to have you come down there, man, to have a long one, man. You know, firebomb, the cars out in front of me there, then it shot through my house and everything there. And no, make it a short visit. Yeah. And he was letting everybody know. He don't live. That's almost the first thing come out of everybody. They don't live here.
You know, some of them got it honest because they are the recipients of the same thing.
Yeah. Yah, God has brought us right up to this point here now, and he was given, Moshe was given good advice, like what we give to our children and everything. We want that what's best for them. See? Some even hawk themselves to get themselves in trouble, to sit on the school and everything, and they go out there and party. Yeah. Where's this education you supposed to bring? Oh, well, I left that there. Yeah. I know. I forgot. I didn't get that.
Yeah, so much is going on.
See? No, I'm cutting it off. I forgot to cut it off. I had it just on for here's a little update stuff and everything there, and then forgot to cut it off. But it's off now. It's taken care of. Here we see that God we try to give our children the best advice that we can. See? When they're getting ready to leave the house. Well, so Israel was getting ready to go into the land. It was to be a treasure for God. It was to bring honor and glory to God. It was a glorious time for him. I'm finally got my children, and I'm finally kicking out these people that have been detestable to me, and I hate and everything there. And I'm gonna put my children in there, and they're gonna flourish in the land. But y'all know that we got an enemy. So he said, here's what you're gonna have to do in order for you to be successful. We're gonna go to Deuteronomy 26. So God gave them some things to do. Because idle hands, right. If you don't keep your body busy doing that which is good, I guarantee you it's going to wind up doing that which ain't good. It's just something about this body that just... See? Well, it's going to follow that mind. See? Therefore, here he says, this is what I want you to do when you enter the land. Start reading at Deuteronomy 26:1.
When you have come to the land Adonai your God is giving you as your inheritance, taken possession of it and settle there, you are to take the first fruits of all the crops the ground yields, when you will harvest from your land that Adonai your God is giving you. Put them in a basket and go to the place where Adonai your God is giving you. Okay. You will harvest from your land that Adonai your God is giving you. Put them in a basket and go to the place where Adonai your God will choose to have his name live.
All right, this is called a bickering. God said, I want, here's what I want you to do. There's a reason for God doing that. And that reason was for us to always place him first. He said, if you go into the land, keep me first in all things that you do, guess what? You ain't going to have no problem. So I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give you something to do to help you out, because I know how your mind is. I know how you drift around and you let other stuff get in there and you look around and see other stuff. So I want. So when you get in there, before you get your fruit, and this way, before you get yours, before you do it, you bring your mind. That's to place him first. Was it because God was hungry? You know why he wanted to do that? Was it because God needed the food? Did you know why he did that?
No.
Yeah, but you want me to bring it? Hey, I want to enjoy the work of my own hand first. Hey, I don't want to do all this. I wouldn't did the planting. I did all that. I want to enjoy that. That's what God would want to safeguard us from. That's exactly right. That's where the tithes come in and everything. To keep you out of that eye stuff. That you always understand. Y'all know what he was doing when he did with us. Just like we know what we do when we try to give advice to our children, because we don't experience these things. And so we try to give them the best advice that we can. And we got to see when they're heading down the wrong trail. Picking up with the wrong company. And you try to tell them, you don't need to be messing with that. And boy, you might as well say, them the one you need to go to.
Go.
Yeah.
You come home and you think somebody just snitched on you. You're telling me what you did. Somebody talking. She did the same thing.
Yeah, right.
Somebody snitching on me.
And therefore, dear folks, God was saying, if you want to be safe, that don't make sense to us.
They don't see you, now they see you.
Yeah, right. And you're going to need me. I tell these same folks out there, the kids that come to the boy, they all mad at their parents. They're too sticky. All their mama too sticky. All that. I say, hey, you better not burn that bridge because you're going to have it. Because the way history is going and all that stuff, you're going to wind up trying to fall back in there. Yeah. What they call it, don't burn your bridges.
Yeah.
Because you might have to cross back over them damn bus. Situation's going to come, everything ain't going to try to get back to you. Be glad to get back home.
And like every year they try to cross back early.
Yeah. Bad part of runs when you get out there and everything, they're going to come out with a load.
They're going to tell people I don't say place to go, huh?
Yeah. So God is saying, this is the best thing for you. Do this here, something to be well with you. Keep me first in your life, and I'll be your protector. I'll take care of your enemies for you. Keep me first in your life, and I'll work out these problems.
Amen.
Keep me first, and I'll deliver you from all these other things. Because they're there, and they're knocking at the door. But I got an alarm system. I I gotta put safety system, But you gotta do this, you gotta do that, that's it. So God said, do this, and when you come forth, you present this, you admit and understand who your father was and where he came from and what happened to him, and know that I the one chose him. Keep these things in mind and everything so you don't get the puffed up attitude. Because we are something else when we get puffed up. We're something else. And we just setting ourselves up for the biggest defeat there is. Because God hates a proud look.
Amen.
See? And we go to glory right there, and that's the trouble. First thing God said do, as I said, is to set this system up where you're going to keep them first. Then the next thing, notice that Israel was going they were going to supply and to set up a nation. They were going to set up a community, a government. We all got to get along here. So skip down to the first there, and God say, I'm going to give you some statutes, some good advice. See? Or the same chapter there.
It's Deuteronomy 26.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 20.
This food when morning. I haven't put any of it aside when unclean, nor have I given any of it for the dead. I have listened to what Adonai my God has said, and I have done everything you ordered out from your holy dwelling place from heaven, and bless your people Israel, and the land you gave us as you swear to our ancestors, a land flowing with milk and honey. Today, Adonai your God order you to obey these laws and rulings. Therefore, you are to observe and obey them with all your heart.
With what?
All your heart.
There's something about the heart. There's something about this when they say heart. So that it can be partial. It can be not all in. That's why we had the song, with all my heart. What does that mean when they say all? What do you got any idea what that's talking about? See? That means that you're all in, whatever it takes, and whatever that. If you ain't all heart, you part, you got some limitation.
Amen.
You got some drawbacks. But now, if it ain't too hard, now, if I got to cut off my cable television and I got to cut off my going shopping and everything, now, I don't know if I want to do that there because I like doing that, see. See, your heart ain't all the way into it because we got some restrictions holding us back from that. Now, I don't mind doing this, but now if they're going to start staying there all day long and everything, hey, 1 or 2 hours is all right, but now they start staying more longer than that and everything. Hey, no, I ain't going for that there. Our forefathers stayed there all day long.
Standing.
Yes. They didn't have comfortable seats and stuff.
They didn't have breaks or lunch.
But the game didn't come on at 2 o'clock back then either.
But we all in. See? We don't worry about these other things. We make arrangements to compensate for that. See? Yeah, but you don't understand. I get sleep and I get, oh yeah, I understand all those things. See, hey, I've been there. You think this standing up don't get tiresome even? Yeah. Yeah, right. But dear folks, you know, we got to be in for the, so well, I get sleeping. Hey, man, you need to go start compensating for it. I told y'all when I got that sleeping spell cover me and everything, the job, I said, I got to change this. I got to change what I've been doing because, hey, this sleep is whipping me down. I got to change, yeah, I got to change my, I start cutting my off and going to bed early. Huh?
You want to do it, just figure out what the
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. And I want to keep that job because I know the boss they keeping it coming in and catch me sleeping in and all that time. Hey, you ain't gonna keep that job. So it was for my plus to win this battle all the way around.
You ain't really interested in what you're doing. You come in and sleep all the time.
Yeah, that's it. And like I said, and that walking into that wall, walking into that door and that knock on the head drove it home.
I'm envying myself.
Good thing to do. See? Cut that up. I walked this red dead into it.
Trying to hold on to the sleep.
You're right. Them fella and wash my face in cold water. I mean, turn the water cold on me. It was cold. Oh man, I just walked out of the bathroom right next across the hallway, and I was back dead asleep. Walking in there. I hit that wall. Bam! Yeah, you'll be surprised how hard you don't really realize how hard you hit stuff and until you do it. Yeah, how much force you yeah.
Yeah, you walk to a glass wall.
Yeah, until you walk to a glass wall, you walk to something that because you don't your arms and stuff don't automatically go along to cushion you and stuff that you just it was just like we was out to the races that one night and that guy remember that guy walked around that boy and he didn't have time to cushion the setting up, but he felt fat on his face. Blood and he hurt so bad. You know, and so hey, and not cut the road rising there, man, and stuff. Yeah, boy. I said, man, I gotta do something different now. Y'all is telling Israel, when you get there, don't say you're gonna need this. I'm giving you the advice. I'm telling you what to do. I try to give our kids their advice. I say, when you go to school, you're going to school to learn. Listen to the teachers and get your education. You ain't going there to socialize and to do this here and get to learn. Yeah, be popular and all that. You mix them two. They don't work. Oh yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Next thing you know, first thing they do is go there and they hey, I saw so bad. I and then they wonder why the grades is going down. Then they wonder why they ain't going. If somebody you go to class at all, man. Yeah.
That's so much fun. It's gonna come off break.
Right. And guess who gets stuck with the bill? The parents that want a good thing for their children, want to have a good hope for them and those things there. It makes you a little upset, don't it? Parents, if any of y'all ever gotten that same way, it makes you a little.
You gotta do that. He done failed. His mama picking him up. He out dapping with all his buddies. I guess it clicked. And then she just went off. If you don't get this guy, you don't never been waste all this money and you got get this guy. With your friends, folks. And we're gonna miss you, man. Y'all just been having him study. Yeah.
So here we see that God said, I'm gonna give you some statutes. Yeah. Today, I'm ordering you to obey the laws and the rulings and the statutes Therefore, you ought to observe and obey them with all your heart. You can't go there half-stepping. That's the point I want you to understand. We can't go half-stepping. But now, if they gonna stop me from doing this and running around here and doing all that there and doing this here, no.
I know it said with all your heart and all your being.
That's it. Because you're gonna take that there for us to discipline ourselves. Instead of them sitting there in the up there getting grown like that, they sitting up there on their texting the guy and stuff and all this, and then there's girls sending naked pictures of themselves in the eye, and the guys sitting doing. That's what I'm saying.
In 10 years from now, you can't get a job. Well, we found these photos of you.
Yeah.
You know, really demonstrate the attitude you want to present.
Crazy, man, you know, and we get caught up in all those things, and then we wonder why those things don't work out, and those things, you know. Y'all mess up. Don't, because you had it already at disadvantage as it is. And then when you get out there and get me upset, then you're going to show you're going to be in bad shape. See? Read on.
You are to observe and obey them with all your heart and all your being. You are agreeing you will follow his ways. Observe his law, mitzvah, and ruling, and do what he says. In turn, Adonai is agreeing today that you are his own.
See? You don't make some ordinary thing all chipped all up and all that. You don't make that no unique. Like I said, my grandmother, she had that china cabinet there, and she had her special stuff in there. And hey, children didn't eat out of that. That's how unique them plates and stuff was. No, And I told y'all, I just even got close to it. I was running, kind of playing, and I guess, and I think that's where I got it from. They allow my children to run in the house and all that stuff. I was running in the house and I just got too close. I didn't touch it. I just got close to it. She wants to grab me. But yeah, don't you got me with that fly swatter, man.
We had the plastic. We turned our best day like the scrap. We were blasting. It wasn't hurt. But we had
And Warren hurt. That's right. The plastic will pop on you. That Warren ain't. You might be in there. This is your phone. I got to straighten it out. Could be some more till it's straightened out. Right. But God was expecting Israel to make him look good. Just as we see, God asks us, no more than what we expect from our children to make us look good. Don't nobody praise about their children, you know. We want our children to make us look good. Don't you? Yeah. Right. And therefore we're willing to do that which is good for them, that they might do it. So is it with God. See? So God said, I want you to be my special people. This is why I'm giving you these rules. This is why I'm telling you to do this, because you can't become that special people without doing these things. We got to understand that, therefore, not only just to be his children, but he wants you to be his special. We got people bragging and stuff now, but I know I'm a child of God. I ain't worried about that. So what? That ain't good enough. Yeah. Y'all understand what I'm saying? That's not good enough, dear folks. He said Israel is to be his special treasure. Because our God is the God of all flesh. No flesh exists without him. But he expects, and for you to be that special one means that you got rules and regulations and things to do that you got to be different from everybody else. And keep him first. And that's what he was trying to drive home to Israel, and he was doing those things out. So first of all, God gave us laws, and then we go to Deuteronomy 27, 8 through 10, and we're going to see what God did for us to help us out to be that people. God did a special thing. See? What did it say there?
You are to write on the stone all the words of this Torah very clearly. Next, Moshe and the Kohen, who are the Levites, spoke to all Israel. They said, and listen, the people of Adonai your God. Therefore, you are to listen to what Adonai your God and obey his mitzvah and laws, which I am giving you today.
Notice it. And God told him to take this law, and I want to write this on these stones. Write it on there. So you'll know. One reason why God wanted to write on stone and everything there, because stone lasts a long time. It'll be there. Longevity. So that lets you know that God's law was to last, it didn't want just to last a little while and then change, what I'm saying, like people say. That's why it had to be on stone. See? But we go to Hebrews, the 8th chapter. Even though God had it written on stone and those things there, that was not the best. God was born to let us know that I wanted to be everlasting. I want you to understand that it ain't just some short thing. See, this is the thing we got to understand with our God. God does not deal on short term. He's a long-term God. Some of y'all that deal in stocks, y'all know what they're talking about. My brother back there, he talked about those things. So he knows, there's what they call short term. See? See? And you can't, and you have to deal with them, and you got to have an understanding with them differently.
Long time it's gonna be that 20 years.
Yeah. Weeks or something, and hey, I money in here and everything. I need my money back. No. You can't do no long-term stock like that. That's right. You want to pay them a penalty and all that stuff if you mess up like that. You can't do that. So you need to know what you're doing when you're going to deal with that. And so they'll tell you that, hey, look, hey, if you got this money here and everything there, and you got to have it next year to, don't put it in long term.
Can you go forward to do it after?
Yeah, that's it. You need to try to put it in one of these, short term forms and everything here, where you 6 months or something like that, you can go, So you need to know what you're doing. So we need to know what we're doing when we're dealing with our God. Our God is a long-term God.
Yes, he is.
So it's in let you know that this is to last a long time. This stone will be here for a long time. So, yet still, see, that didn't get to us. Hebrews 8, God said, I got to do a new thing with you. I got to do something different with you. What did it say there? Hebrews 8.
It will not be like the covenant which I made with their fathers on the day when I took them by their hand and led them and laid them before out of the land of Egypt, because they, for their part, did not remain faithful to my covenant.
They didn't remain faithful to it. What was it? It wasn't the law. It wasn't a thing. It wasn't what God wrote on the stone.
It was them.
Because he wrote on the stone for it to last a long time. Let them know it's going to be here and everything. But the fault was in them. They didn't stay faithful to it.
Right.
Now the word stayed faithful to the stone because they went back there and there it was. It's there. Yeah.
So they were short term.
They're finding stones right now. You got it. And it's written there. Yeah, right there. But David, that's what he says there. David was not faithful to it. And what else? Read on.
It says, because they, for their part, did not remain faithful to my covenant, so I, for my part, stopped correcting myself with this is the covenant with the house of Israel. They put my Torah in their mind and write it on their heart. I will be their God, and they will be my people.
So God said, all right, I'm going to do a different thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to put it inside you.
Mm-hmm.
But notice, what did God put inside them? The same law that he wrote on the stone. People got it now. God done got us on a new law. No, it doesn't. It's the same law.
Mm-hmm.
The same law that to make us glorious and all things that is the same law that makes us glorious now. Because you got to go and look at all those things there and deal with that. So I'm going to put it in, put it in there. Put it in your inward part.
Mm-hmm.
But you ain't got to be no long term. It's going to be right there.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe then you'll learn, you can benefit from it.
Nobody let it to the cross, huh?
Right.
You got to.
But here, now they're coming at me. Yeah. God done get away with his law.
Yeah, we don't do that no more.
God said, all I did was just change where I put it at. But it's the same law, same Torah.
You just have those two. Love the Lord thy God with all thy heart and soul, and your fellow man as yourself.
That's what the 10 said.
Yeah, that's what the 10 said.
That's what the 10 said.
But see, they don't know that.
That's messed up.
Actually, the 613 said that.
Said the same thing. Just gave you a little more detail.
Yeah, it just gave you, it just elaborated more on it.
It's easy now. It's the same thing, man.
Same.
See, he figured that so if you were doing or something, a break got it with you to come bring it back to you.
That's just right.
Yeah.
And that's why, and my spirit is going to be a recall system. Right?
Mm-hmm.
It's going to bring back to your memory.
Right.
It's going to bring back to your mind what's in there, what's stored in there.
Mm-hmm.
Because let me tell you something, if you got stuff stored in your memory and everything there, and you can't recall it, it don't matter to nothing.
Right.
Before that, he gave him the ZT.
That's right.
They messed up.
Man, that's right. All these things God did to help us out because you know how we is. See? The other day, man, I stepped out of the bedroom and went into the kitchen, and I just stood there. I said, "No, I know. I come here." I said, "No, I know I'm coming here for something."
Go back to the bedroom.
Yeah.
Go back to the beginning.
Yeah. I said, "No, I ain't going back. I'm gonna figure this out." Do you know that?
He was in there for a long time.
You got a head and said you're walking pretty fast.
I got back there, man. I said, "Oh, man, sat down, got a little comfortable dinner.
Sometimes I don't remember until 2 or 3 days later.
Oh!
I think you changed your mind.
Oh, you know that's what that was.
You changed your mind.
So God said, I know how you is. I know how you is. You know, you man, and I made you flesh. You know. I always somebody say, yeah, but they're flesh. So he know how it is and all that. So he said, I'm gonna give you my Ruach Kodesh.
He brings it back to you, man.
Yes.
So enough, man.
But you remember, you know what I'm saying? And oh yeah, now I remember why I went in there. Now, okay, go in there and get it done, you see. I'll go in there looking for it and everything, yeah. Wife could move it around and everything. Then I get to hollering. Oh, what you done done, man?
I said it right here.
Yeah. Then she say, move stuff around. Move stuff around. I said, well, why I gotta move stuff around and didn't leave where it's at?
I thought I was the only one that had this problem.
You know this. No, hey. Man, better not Lisa. Better not put some down there, man, and be a little slow on it. Have a little drink there, you know. I just, you know, sometimes I give them a little drink. I like to kind of sip on it, you know. I don't want this to kind of rush through, you know, just get it a little taste, sip off a little taste here, and then, you know, sip it. No, I know good well. I'll put that cup there. Yeah, I'm grabbing that. I said, no, I know good well. I'll put that cup there. That one gone. Yeah, that's right. I'm reminded the switch cups on me, but hey, the cup disappeared, gone. Eat your food up too, because the food be gone. I thought you were feeding me. I can't be waiting around all day on you and everything.
You need to ask me something.
Oh man, no. Yeah. But nevertheless, Yah said, I'm gonna do this for them. Get that instant recall back on. I'm getting better though at that now because I remember that just fine. I'm kind of hanging on to that cup, you know. Gotta keep close clutch on that cup, you know, and everything. I hear some footprints or something. Yeah. Yeah, right. Because I know, Andrew said that, but I know what's going to happen. See, yeah, you know, we got this all here and that, and now that. But hey, in order to keep a certain thing a certain way, you got to do those things. And so you got to either adjust to the rules and regulations, or you're going to have the way around. So that's the same way with Yah. Because sometimes, you know, you do that, you know, I think she what do you call it? They say something about the jinxie or something. Now, I had my water, and I'm glad it was water. I had my water on a little counter there, and I was kind of relaxed. She said, you drink that right up yet? No, I ain't drinking up yet, but I'm going to get it every day. She said, no, you can fool around and spill that water. I said, well, I'm not going to spill that water. I ain't going to do it. Yeah. And folks, I'm not kidding you. Yeah. I don't know what it was, but I swung my arm around that way and knocked that thing up. Go and get a towel. Oh, no, yeah. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it. Oh, yeah. got to, I said, no, see, Mr. Worship, I want to do all this work. I got to get all this work here. Come all in there, get all up there, get all on the floor and box.
I think that was your attitude that you feel that. All that loud talking back.
Yeah, maybe that's what it was.
I ain't gonna feel nothing. I ain't been feeling nothing.
Yeah, right. I know a kid. What are you
Like, you're a baller, so that way when you drink out, you screw the cap back.
But listen to this.
That's right. They got some of them over there where it works.
This guy at work, he left his phone in a chair. And so I said, Tony, left his phone. Boy, and I grabbed the phone and run in the parts room and told, I said, teacher, call Tony and tell him he left his phone. Boy, and they went to laughing. I said, what y'all laughing at? Nah, you got the phone in your hand. Oh, boy, I said it twice. Boy, they sure did with the laughing. Then about 2 or 3 days, everybody else was talking about, Ma, that was so funny. I put it on Facebook. Yeah.
You don't know that yet, huh?
Yeah, people all over the world laughing at it. Yeah.
So y'all saying I'm gonna do a different thing? I'm gonna do a different thing for you. But my law is the thing that's gonna make you special. But I'm gonna put it closer to you. I'm gonna give you a short-term covenant, not a long-term. I'm gonna give you a short-term so you can reap the benefits of it quickly. See, if you abide by it and follow the Lord. Boy. So God told him, another thing God told Israel to do to remind you, when you get into the land, when you get into it, I want y'all to go to these 2 mountains, Mount Ebal and Mount Gerizzim on one side. I want you to take 6 tribes on the other. But because for the whole house of Israel, and I want to for what means the high priest, I want them in the middle, in the valley there. And then I want y'all to sign off all my blessings, one side, and the other gonna sign off all my curses. See? So on the mountains is made a right, gonna be a witness against you. What it is. That's what they did. They formed that then. God had certain groups there from the tribes there, and they would sound off and they would holler off the blessings, and the Kohanim would hear it from down in the valley, and they would sound it again. So the other side would hear and all that. So they would make sure that everybody knew and all those things there. So Israel can't say, I didn't hear it. I didn't know nothing about it. Did nobody tell me about it? Oh. Yeah. 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 Go there, Deuteronomy 27.
Well,
yeah. And start at 11 verse.
11 verse. Deuteronomy 27 and 11.
Uh-huh.
The same day Moshe commissioned the people as follows. These are the ones who are to stand on Mount
Gerizzim.
Uh-huh. And bless the people. After you have crossed the Jordan, okay. Simeon, Levi, Judah, Issachar,
Yosef, and Benjamin. Those are the 6.
Mm-hmm. While these are to stand on Mount Ebal for the curse. Reuben, Gad, Asher, Zebulun, Dan, and Naphtali. The Levites speaking loudly will proclaim to every man of Israel.
All right, so therefore, so that's what God told. All that was to let them know that you be a witness Ain't nobody gonna have an excuse to say, I didn't hear, I didn't know. Well, why was God doing that? Why was He saying, I want you to understand something. Some man's conscience will have something to work with. As I told you before, your conscience don't bother you until you something that you have something to work against. See? Like I said, when I was eating pork and all that stuff there, before I found out about it there, my conscience didn't bother me about eating the pork. Only thing that didn't bother me about when I didn't have it to get. Yeah, right. When I couldn't get it, then it didn't bother me. But other than how it affects me now, it didn't bother me that then until I learned about it. Till I got the knowledge and accepted it.
And even if you got sick, you didn't equate it with the boy.
No. Right. I'm hungry. I did right. At Max Barbecue, man, the Zeke bought from me that time, man, bought me that sandwich, man. Hey, that was good. Let me tell you something. After the incident of what happened to it about that and everything, and the experience God carried me through that there, my conscience ate me up about that. Anytime I had a child up there, the conscience got on to remember what happened there. I said, yep, I'm cutting that loose. I miss what that was. But before that, we couldn't wait to get our little pennies together, our little money. Head down the Max, boy. People stop all that Max was popular. Yeah. Here, God said, I'm going to give you something so your conscience can affect it. I already going to later on put it in my mind. See, I'm going to get there. These 6 brothers, these 6 guys, they're going to be on mount. And they're going to get a blessing. They're going to shout out, I want to read it out. And they ensure that you get it in the back of, hey, when it goes down there, off of that mountain there, kind of give you that echo sound. Yeah, right. And they was in the middle there. And then they was to repeat it again to make sure that make sure the other tribe got it. And vice versa, when the curses came, the other tribe, they read them out and they echoed that and back to the ones that gave the blessing. So that all Israel will know. Israel has no excuse there, folks. See? And that's why we are to do all that we can. And that's why I say a parent that don't teach their children the truth is not a true parent.
Right.
I don't care what they say about daddy too strict, mama too this, mama did that, daddy, yeah. Oh yeah, I heard all kinds of stuff. Mama don't want me to do it. I can't wait till I get 18. But they don't know what they're rushing into.
Trouble.
Yeah, they don't know what they're rushing into. And I guarantee all of them have that attitude, they're going to run into some problems. Because the problem is out there waiting for them. We're going to read just a little bit of Deuteronomy and then we're going to shut it off for today here. Go to Deuteronomy 28. And read the first verse there.
Okay. Observing and obeying all these mitzvahs which I am giving you today. Adonai, your God, will rise you high above all the nations on earth, and all the following blessings will be yours in abundance if you will do what Adonai your God said.
Right. And then you go there and read that with, if you want to know what all those blessings are, they start right there, and then you can read it there for yourself under those things there. God put those blessings first. Had the blessings first. And then the curse lay. See? And he gave it to us. And what did our forefathers do? Go to Jeremiah, the 5th chapter. Jeremiah 5. Surely our forefathers had some sense. They wasn't dumb folks. They was wise folks and all that. So we would expect. But what did they do, dear folks? See? The prophets had to come along and rehearse that for us. Jeremiah 5, start at the 11th verse. I know man is real smart because we're made after the image of God and his likeness and those things there. And we have the capability to do certain things. But will we do it? That's the thing. Will you do it? Our children, they got capability to do stuff and everything, but will they do it?
Don't make sense to do it.
That's right. That's it. All right.
It says, for the house of Israel and the house of Judah have truly, thirdly.
What verse?
That's the 11th verse. Yeah. Jeremiah 5:11. For the house of Israel and the house of Judah have thoroughly betrayed me, saith Adonai.
Now, so there was a house of Judah. See, they weren't divided at that time there.
Mm-hmm.
There was all one tribe there, and God took 6 of them there and 6 over there, so to make sure our whole 12, the whole house of Jacob, the whole house of Israel was there. Mm-hmm. And now he's numbered because God had divided them because of their grievousness. Mm-hmm. And he reminded them again. He said they done did what?
He said they have thoroughly.
As a matter of fact, and as old folks said, you know, they hated that, and you had to pay a price for that. Yeah. They said, you go down to so and so, don't you go down there and embarrass me. Don't you go down there and shame me. That's what they said. I said, no, I know what I'm shaming them. You found out how to shame them.
Yeah, the other thing about it, they make you don't want to do it no more.
That's right. You went down there and got in trouble with so and so down there and everything. And nobody else, whether you believe it or not. I don't think I shamed them. Oh, man.
Well, you know, the Bible said an unruly child will shame his mother. And they will, because you can see them coming. You'll say, oh, here comes Sister So-and-so and that bad little boy. Yeah, that's the way they gonna say it.
And sometimes my kids can shame us so bad, we don't want to leave them at the house. Oh, no, you can't stay at my house. No. Okay. You don't leave me at the house. They get it. Hey, you got somewhere to go and everything now? Oh, you don't want me to stay at the house, huh? Oh, I can't stay at your house, no, huh? No, you can't stay in there. I ain't trusting you. No. You done shame me and brought on. No. I'm going to leave and everything, and guess what? My house is going to be locked out. You going to, but let me have a key. No, you ain't getting no key.
I got this guy at work. I don't call the name, but he got his 2 or 3 daughters, and at times, you know, each one of them done stayed at his house, and they got kids. He told me that grandkid done tore up all his furniture. Yeah, they done tore it up. Everything got nice, so they tore it up. He told me, and when they all got going left, he said, I'm glad they gone. I guess me and my wife can buy some new furniture tonight. Shoot, I told him ain't no way that. That's me.
No, kids didn't seem like wearing towels. I mean, you have to take things up though.
So God said they disappointed him.
Mm-hmm.
They betrayed him. That's even worse.
Yeah.
They lied to him too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do it.
Oh yeah.
You can depend on us.
Yeah. I mean everything you see.
Yeah, we gonna do.
It's a done deal.
Read on to the 13th verse.
Okay. They have denied Adonai. They have said he won't do anything. Calamity will not strike us. We will see neither sword nor famine. The prophets are merely wind. They do not have the what? The word. The thing that they are predicting will happen only to them. Therefore, Adonai. Yeah, that's 14. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Now go to the 19th verse.
Why has Adonai, our God, done all these things to us? You are to give them this answer. Just as you abandoned me and served strange gods in your own land.
That's the answer to give.
Mm-hmm.
That's the answer I give them.
Mm-hmm.
Right today. When they ask the question, well, why can we have to go through so much? Well, why the white man had to do so bad to them? And why we had that? And there's the answer.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I gave you your own land. I gave you your own government. I gave you all this thing that you don't know. And I told you to do this here so you be the head and not the tail. I did all that, and you betrayed me. Made me look bad. Shamed me before the nations. See, I turn you over to your lover. Now look how your lover's undone you. And not right. But they wanted their chosen for the day. Our forefathers chose wrong. They chose wrong. Not only do they wrong choosing mess them up, but it also mess us up too. Because God is a long-term God. See? You said in hallelujah, how long? 400 years and how long? We ain't getting right. It's why we did those things. So our forefathers chose wrong. Let us teshuva. Here's where knowledge come in. If you don't get the right knowledge, you still gonna be heading the wrong way. But knowledge will let us know that, hey, we messed up. We betrayed God. Turn away from that betraying him. Accept Yah's way of life for the blessings. And dear folks, we ought to be able to learn the fact that when they did wrong, the curses was there, and we can enumerate the curses. We brag about the curses that done happened to us and all those things there. Ain't it time for us to get the blessings so we can brag about that?
Amen.
Let us to shoot. Turn away from that. See, turn away from disobeying God and follow through. This is our Parashah for today. We trust that Yah will bless you. And remember, as we doing this month here, this is why we have our greetings. May you be inscribed in the book of life for a good year. That means that you have to live up to a certain standard to be inscribed. That inscribed needs to be written. See? And the book of life is going to put that good stuff in there. If you ain't got no good stuff, you don't go in there. There's another book that's going. So you want to be in the book of life, dear folks. See, for a good year, check the year out. and see how it's doing. That's what this month is all about. All right. This closes out our service for today. And as our oath is, how shall we sing the Lord's song in a strange land? If I forget the Jerusalem, let my right hand forget her time. If I remember thee, let my tongue cleave to the roof of my mouth. If I prefer not Jerusalem above my chief joy. Psalm 137, verses 5 and 6. Shalom, shalom for now. If it's God's will, we'll be back next week. We're not turning hands over to Shemash to close out the service.